Hey there, fellas. Yeah, I'm back with a another one of these plumbing catalog videos or whatever, or I guess a screen recording because this is all I can do right now with these online plumbing catalogs. This time we have a Mansfield plumbing catalog here from I think it was originally published in like 2019 or something, but it's just for residential toilets and whatnot. It's like a residential products really. That's all it is that's going to be on here. So don't expect this to be very long or anything. There's no commercial products on here or anything. It's just tank toilets really and suites. So yeah, let's just go through it real quick. It's got some interesting models here. So obviously this bit here is that I'm looking at right, or that you guys will be looking at here on page 1. No, it's just a short little summary about Mansfield. You know, it's established in 1929, so during the Great Depression. So I don't know, read it, whatever. And so then we just start off, well, now we go into the toilets. We're going to start with the Waverly Suite. So this will be it here. I can probably zoom in too. And so obviously the suite doesn't just include the toilet, it includes sinks and a tub. This is what the toilet would look like. The trapway almost kind of looks like, almost reminds me of an American Standard trapway on modern toilets. You know, on the modern American Standards, it looks just like that. For all you know, probably flushes just like one. Looks like dual fed siphon jet on this one. So yeah, that's the Waverly right there. And then here's the Barrett. Also a fancy looking retro design sort of style to it. It's kind of a front angle there. And then the Brentwood is over here, which, by the way, very much looks the most old-style retro right here, if you ask me. I mean, look at that side view. It's got the concealed trapway and all that. It's pretty cool. I really like the way this thing does look. But yeah, this is a suite right over here, so. And there's a front view of the Brentwood toilet right there. Yeah. And that's just my knuckles cracking there. And if you're wondering about if there's any background humming noises, I'm just in my car and it's just running. That's all it is. Here's the Enso suite, which is, well, this funny looking toilet. It's actually a very sleek design, very modern, very interesting though. It's very smoothed out, very rounded, if you will. But yeah, it's just, and you got the sink over there, and yeah, modern and harmonious. Okay, so that's so we're pretty much done with the really fancy ones right there. Now we just kind of go with some of the more normal-ish models. Well, this one isn't too normal though. This is the Vanquish here. So obviously the Mansfield Vanquish right here. It just has a side profile. You can see the what I was talking about. The trapway design almost looks just like an American Standard modern toilet right there. Looks just about like it. Even the same trapway opening too, as far as I know. I've seen videos about these. Now, the Vanquish here, this is the original Vanquish. Later on there was a Vanquish too. This is, but the original Vanquish, which came out in 2018 here, it has this very special seat on it, and it's just designed to make it where the seat would normally mount to. It's designed to have the hinges on the side of the bowl, just to make it easier to clean on the top. Is really that's really the sole purpose of it. But it's a very interesting design. It also has the vortex flush as well. It's got those vortex flushing jets. But yeah, the out-of-the-way toilet seat hinges. As you can see, it's much easier to clean that surface. So, of course, unfortunately, the one downside of it, though, is if you had to replace the seat, you can't just get a normal universal seat. So I assume trying to get a replacement one of these special seats would be really, really expensive. Here's the Denali here. There was also the Mansfield Maverick, but I think this came out later after the Denali did, so... yeah, so there's that there. Here's the Protector. And then, of course, the Summit is, like, right there. There's not a whole lot... anything too obvious in terms of styling between the Summit and the Protector. The Summit is a very well-selling model. The only thing that makes the Protector different is that it has an anti-overflow system in it. And there's a slightly different design on the base of on the very bottom of the base. Just on the very bottom, it's got an extra ridge to it. But yeah, what makes the Protector different, aside from that small exterior detail, it's the anti-overflow system. And there's this diagram that shows it off very well. So yeah, you have that there, and then of course the Summit, which is very much similar, but it doesn't have anything with that. And then there's the Summit Pro. And of course you have Mansfield's best-selling model, the Alto, one of the longest, well, it's been like 30 years or so. Ever since about 1992 the Alto first came out, and yeah, it's still being made. It's still around. Of course, this is Mansfield's sort of entry-level toilet, as you will. And now we have this stuff here. So, looks like bathtub here, looks like. Yeah, these are bathtubs here. And then you have... okay, yeah. I guess Mansfield does make a fair amount of bathtubs, alright. So that's kind of neat, yeah. There's a walk-in tub, it looks like. Didn't know that Mansfield actually made those. That's pretty cool. And over here you have your sinks, or I guess vessels here. Anyways, these things just go on top of the counter, and the faucet's totally separate. So you got that. And then your actual sinks here, including the Potenza pedestal sink and the Verona pedestal sink. And yeah, apparently there's even a Mansfield Alto sink. Looks like it says the Alto 4. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. You got some general terms here. sanitary ware, bathware. So they're here. And yeah, that's pretty much it, I guess. So, not a very big catalog. I didn't really think it would be a long video to begin with. So, yeah, that's pretty well it, I guess. So, I don't know. Talk to you guys later then.